We have Dwayne Anderson back with us for Everyday Kentucky over here at House by JSD. Last time we talked about this cute little planner that you were tasked to do for an outdoor living space that had a really sweet, interesting story behind it. But real quick, before we get into some more details about that, letting people know what's coming up on June 12th. You started with your little dole bowl, and I love this one because it is a much shallower.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it shallower?
I think it's shallower. Yeah.
But I love this one because I have noticed a couple that I have bought in the past, different house, a little too tall for where I am now. So
Pretty big, yeah.
I'm not happy
And
with
this is
that
actually,
one.
if it's smaller, it was less expensive. But in this situation, we wanted it lower
because
you want to see over it. You want to move it every time. It makes all the sense, right? If you're sitting there eating, you don't want to have to move this thing every time you eat, right? Yeah, get over that. So we took our styrofoam, cover it with moss, put our little candles in there, and then these are little hosta bushes that we have and stuck those in there. I literally didn't cut them apart, we stuck them in there. And then I took the asparagus fern and cut it up, and then we'll finish that as we kind of talk about.
I'm even thinking if you're worried about these, you could always take a little bit of a magnet, glue it, and then put one there, and just to give a little bit more in case you get a little bit of a wind or anything to help them knock over.
And I'm going to say this is a little bit of a work in progress and experience, so I made exactly what you kind of said. So you were on my mind because I'm like, I'm not sure if these won't fall over.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, you can get some pretty strong magnets.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Because I didn't know how I was going to fix it.
You could even cut down into the foam a little bit more.
Will you stay with me and help me finish this thing?
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. So you're finishing that up, but let's talk more about this story.
So Britt was with some friends, and he dove into a pool and was paralyzed. And this was, I think, last summer. I don't remember the dates exactly. And through a mutual friend of mine, a client of mine, reached out, and they did an addition to the back of the house, and I kind of guided them, and then I started getting even more of the story. And what's happened is Hartland has wrapped their arms around the Britt family, Britt's family, and the tour is going to be 14 homes, and the money, which is only $15 for all these homes, is going to go to Britt and his family to offset some of the expenses, even though they have the insurance and all kinds of things.
There's usually always stuff that comes up.
Vans and ramps, and there's just things that you and I can't even imagine. The
That's just a way for the community, the Hartland community, to love on them, but also for people who are outside the Hartland community to come in and love on them too.
Love that.
This is what being neighborly in a community is all about. So I love this. I love this so much. So June 12th, $15. There's a website they can go get all the details, right?
And you'll have that on the screen, and I think we'll even have some information. You can even go read about Britt's story. I think we can probably get that put up there too.
But they're expecting to hopefully do this year after year, not for necessarily just him, but
as I
loving on other people.
This is a catalyst to start it, and if it's successful, and if they can get everything worked out, the first year is a little challenge, that this is a continued goal. Yeah.
Good job, Hartland. Good job on being a great example to everyone what being a neighbor and loving and kind should look like. All right, but you can also go online if you need something like this in the interim. You can find that at housebyjsd.com.
Yep.
Drive by, pick it up, or you can ship it, right?
All that. We'll take your money.
All right, we'll see you next time.